Today I'm giving you guys my week 8 power rankings, starting off with the Cincinnati Bengals. They just got a huge win, shocked me, and honestly probably shocked the world, beating the Pittsburgh Steelers in the Thursday Night Football. They looked a lot better with Joe Flacco in the offense than they do with Jay Brown, and the offense was actually clicking for one. Even though they looked a lot better, I really don't expect them to do much this season without Burrow, so I'm still going to put them in C, but definitely looked a lot better than they've been looking. New England Patriots had another win. Drake May is looking better and better every single week. They did play the Tennessee Titans, so not a huge opponent. I'm still going to put them in the B category, but once it fills up, they're going to be like near the top of it, if not at the top. And we have the New Orleans Saints, and before the season started, everybody predicted that they were going to be the worst team in football, and they're definitely not good, but they're definitely not the worst either, even though they only won one game. They've been playing some of the toughest teams really close. I mean, they only lost to the Bears by 12 points, lost to the Patriots by 6. They're making these games really close. Spencer Rattler's actually looking like he could be the franchise quarterback of the future. I'm actually going to elevate them from that D category to C. And we have the Pittsburgh Steelers, and obviously they were favorites in Thursday Night Football against a bad Bengals team, but obviously they kind of tanked that one. I still do think they're a good team, though. I'm not going to panic on them too much yet. Aaron Rodgers is still going to ball out. The defense needs to pick it up a little bit, though. Do not understand why TJ Watt was being a great player, and all of a sudden when they got a good offense, he just stopped. I'm going to put them in B. The San Francisco 49ers also in B. They were looking good even with all their injured players. Now they're actually getting some people back in. George Kittle, Jawan Jennings. Brock Purdy's probably going to come back pretty soon, even if you want to make the case that Matt Jones should be starting, which I guess you can make that case. They've been looking really good, and Christian McCaffrey is still one of the best players in football. Next, we have the Arizona Cardinals. I'm not going to lie, without Kyler Murray, this team has been looking actually competitive. I mean, I know they lost the past 2 games without Kyler. They only lost to the Cardinals and Packers by 4, and the Cardinals and Packers are like 2 of the best teams in football right now. I'm not saying this team will be worse with Kyler Murray starting, but right now it's surely looking like it. I don't think they're a terrible team. Definitely not a good one either. I'm putting them in C. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, I'm a Carolina Panthers fan if you haven't already known, so we're division rivals. I usually don't pray on teams' downfall, but I'm so glad that they lost this game, because once they beat Buffalo, everybody was hyping that offense like they were the next greatest show on turf or something. I still do think they're a good team. Not one of the best, though. I don't think they're going to go to like an NFC Championship game or anything like that. Still good, though, so I'm going to put them in B. The Baltimore Ravens, I'm recording this Monday night, so I don't know if Lamar Jackson is going to come back or not. I know they have predicted him that he'd come back, but I just don't know that yet. So for right now, I'm going to put him in C. Without Lamar, the offense or the defense doesn't look good, but once he comes back, I'll probably put him up a little bit. I had the Buffalo Bills. They were on a bye week, so I just had to put them in the same place that I had him, and that is in A. If there's any team that I trust outside of the Chiefs and Eagles to make the Super Bowl, it is probably the Buffalo Bills, but after losing to the Falcons, which aren't a great team, I had to put them in A instead of S. Now we have my Carolina Panthers. There's 3 straight games. They just beat the New York Jets. It did not look pretty, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Bryce Young wasn't looking amazing, and the running game wasn't looking good either, but our defense showed up. I don't think we're one of the best teams, but we're definitely not as terrible as we've been playing the past, 5 or 6 years. I'm going to put us in C, probably right in the middle of it for right now. Next is going to be the Chicago Bears, and Ben Johnson is doing exactly what he was supposed to do. He was hired as a head coach. Caleb Williams is looking amazing, and that offense is looking like one of the best. I know they just played the New Orleans Saints, so not really a tough opponent they went up against, but still, they're winners of 4 straight now. I'm going to put them into the top it should be. Now we have the Cleveland Browns, and obviously we know that they have one of the best defenses in football, but their offense was kind of lacking. I know they just did put up 31 points against the Miami Dolphins, but it is against the Miami Dolphins. Still do think they're one of the worst teams. I'm going to put them in D. Next is going to be the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not going to lie. This offense is looking so good. Dak Prescott should obviously be in the MVP race and probably top 3 in it as well. Defense obviously needs to pick it a little bit up. They look pretty good against the Washington Commanders, so maybe they are on that roll. Really don't know if I'm believing them too much to put them in the A category, so I'm still going to put them in B, but they're on the rise up, probably right behind the Bears for right now. We have the Denver Broncos, and I'm kind of up and down on the Broncos, to be honest. Obviously, they got a win versus the Giants, but honestly, if the Giants just had a smidge of actual knowledge about football, they probably shouldn't have won it. It's just a weird team, because at one point, they're beating the reigning Super Bowl champion, the Philadelphia Eagles, but then the next one, barely beating the Jets and Giants by 2 and 1 point. So I still do think they're a good team, but they haven't shown me the consistency enough for me to 100% believe in them, so I'm going to put them in B as well. I think we're going to have a lot of teams in that B category. I'm recording this before Monday Night Football, so I'm putting all the teams that play tonight at the end of it. Still rank those teams in this video, but they'll just be at the later part of it. And we have the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, they're going to go in D as well. I don't think I need to say much. The Green Bay Packers are up next. I'm not going to lie. They were struggling in that Cardinals game a lot. I don't think they're as high as we initially ranked them when they were winning those 2 games against the Lions and Commanders week 1 and 2. Still do think they're a good team, though. I'm putting them in A. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts have been looking amazing. The first seed in the AFC through 7 weeks is crazy. I know they haven't had the toughest schedule, but they finally came across a really good team in the LA Chargers, and they they looked really good against them. I know they only beat them by 14 points, but they were beating them by a lot more than that most of the game. I really do trust in this team. I don't know if I can put them as like an A or S Super Bowl type team though. I'm going to put them in B, probably right above the Broncos. I literally can't name one thing that the Colts are not doing good right now. They can run the ball, pass the ball, stop the run, stop the pass, legit can do everything. I have a love-hate relationship with the Jacksonville Jaguars because they were one of my sleeper teams this year, and I was hyping myself up about that after they beat the Chiefs in prime time, but then they lost to the Seahawks, which, hey, it's okay. They only lost by 8 points, and the Seahawks are a really good team. And they lost to the Rams, and not only did they lose to the Rams, they got blown out versus the Rams. That offense did not look good at all. The defense neither, to be honest. I'm still going to put them in B because I do think they have a good team, and I do think they can maybe make a wild card spot, but honestly, probably at the bottom of the shelf. Speaking of the Kansas City Chiefs, they are next. And they are officially back. That's all I got to say. Just absolutely dominate the Raiders. I know the Raiders are one of the worst teams, but this offense has been looking back for a few weeks now. With Rashee Rice added to that offense as well, I think it's officially saying the Chiefs are back and probably going to win the Super Bowl once again. Rams are next, and like I already mentioned, they just absolutely dog-walked the Jaguars. Then saying that Matthew Stafford is still an elite quarterback and probably a top 7-ish quarterback in the NFL. That game will prove my point because he looked absolutely amazing, and that was without Puka as well. I'm going to put him in B, right behind the Patriots. We have the Chargers. I'm going to go ahead and put them in B as well. I really do think the Chargers are in trouble. I mean, the first 3 weeks, they looked amazing. Started 3-0, started 3-0 in their division. Now with them dropping 3 out of the past 4 games, it's not looking as good as it once was. We were calling them Super Bowl champions, but now, honestly, they might maybe make it to the wild card at most. Miami Dolphins, I'm just going to be honest, one of the worst teams easily. I don't think I need to explain anything right there. The Minnesota Vikings, honestly, they kept it close with the Philadelphia Eagles. I just think they're missing one thing, and that's their quarterback position. Carson Wentz is not going to do good in this offense. JJ McCarthy might do good later, but it's not looking like it anytime soon. I really wish they would have kept Sam Darnold because they could have been one of the best teams in the NFC in general. I still do think they have a good team, but not the best that they would have with him. I'm still going to put him in B, probably right above the Falcons. Next, we have the Giants. I know a lot of people probably aren't going to agree with me on this because they lost this past weekend, but I'm going to put them up in my rankings a lot. I'm actually going to put them in B, right above the 49ers, and let me tell you guys why. I know they did lose versus the Broncos and blew a huge lead, but the way Jackson Dart looked, I just can't not buy my hope into this team. The Denver Broncos defense aren't a team to play with or just push to the side, and he looked very good against them besides for that one interception. Then once his back was against the wall, he took his team downfield and made a rushing touchdown, phenomenal touchdown, by the way, to win that game. They can't help really that the defense or the kicker sucks, but I do think they're a really good team. I just think they need to work a couple things out, especially that secondary. New York Jets, I'm going to go ahead and put them in D as well. I know they're the only team that hasn't won a single game, but I'm not going to put them in the last spot. I do think they're better than the Dolphins and Titans, to be honest. Las Vegas Raiders are going to go in D as well. I had a lot of faith in them because I thought Pete Carroll could do something with Geno Smith, even though I didn't have a lot of hope in that quarterback or position. And they have an Ashton Genty, Jacoby Myers, and Brock Bowers as well. I thought they would have been doing something good, but they're looking like one of the worst teams as well. Philadelphia Eagles are up next. I'm going to go ahead and put them in S as well. If there is any team that I trust right now in the NFC, it is the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm just going to say, you can never really satisfy Eagles fans. They kept harping on Jalen Hurts and just the fact that they couldn't pass the ball. Once they did pass the ball, now they complain about they can't run it with Saquon Barkley. Guys, what do y'all want? I've only lost like, what, 3 games? Y'all are 4-3 up to this point. Y'all just came off a Super Bowl win. What more do y'all want? The Watch Commanders, honestly, the downfall needs to be studied. And I didn't think they were going to downfall by this much. I mean, last year, Jaden Daniels had one of the most greatest rookie seasons of all time, but then he's getting injured, and even when he's playing, he's not looking the best. The whole team is kind of losing their spark up to this point. I do think they're still a good team, but not one of those teams that's going to go on a generation run like they did last year, so I'm going to put them in B, probably right behind the Falcons, though. I'm back after Monday Night Football to do our last 14. I was very worried about the Detroit Lions at the beginning of the season because they didn't start off looking great, but now are kind of looking like back to that Super Bowl team. I really do wish they would get a little bit more healthy in that secondary, though, but the defense actually played really good. I don't think I'm going to put them in S just yet. I think they're a very solid team that can make a deep playoff run, so I am going to put them in A. Next is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Up to this point, I really thought that they were one of the best teams in the NFC, if not the best behind the Eagles. I know this team, especially the offense under Baker Mayfield, did not look good, but I think they are going to bounce back. I'm not going to put this too much against them, so I'm going to put them in B. The question is, where am I going to put them at? I'm probably going to put them right behind the Denver Broncos, I think. So we have the Seattle Seahawks. Honestly, I thought they were going to beat the Houston Texans by a lot more than they did. They still won, but it was was a little bit closer of a game. I really do like their team, though. They stopped the offense, and the passing game was looking amazing if they weren't turning the ball over. I'm going to put them in B, probably right above the Steelers. And then last, we have the Houston Texans, and there is one major problem I have about them is their offense, obviously. I think C.J. Stroud is still a good player, just in a really bad position. Like, they need to give him some offensive line help, and very soon. I think they're a solid team with a solid defense, so I am going to put them in B, probably the last spot in B, though. And that is my Week 8 power rankings, everybody. Let me know what teams I'm overrating way too much and what teams I'm overrating a lot. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'll check you guys out next time. Peace.